Hello everybody, it's Greed here. For today's video, it's going to be an instructional video on how to add binary numbers. Keep in mind, while I did this video, I was not considering for bit constraints and checking for overflow. Alright, before I go through any examples, I wanted to talk about a little bit about bases. In binary, we are in base 2, and the way I like to think about it is how many types of symbols or digits that we can use to represent a number. And in this case, we only have two options, a 0 and a 1, hence base 2. And for the common base that we are usually used to working with is base 10, and that's from 0 through 9, a total of 10 different symbols, which we know as digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. The reason we use base 2 is it works perfectly with computers for off and on, off being 0 and 1 being on. I'm not going to go too into detail because I'm going to assume you know a little bit about bases already. I just wanted to clarify just a simple basic thing about bases. For our first example, we're going to add two 4-bit binary numbers. Starting off from right to left, we would add the 0 and the 1, which would give us a sum of 1 and a carry of 0. Adding the 1 and the 1 together, we get a sum of 0 and a carry of 1. Okay, now you might be wondering, why did this give us a 1 here and a 0 there? Pretty much just think about it simply. If we only have one 1, we have the result of 1. However, when we have two 1s, as in this case, we have 0 left over and a 1 carries over to the next spot. So continuing on to the third, we add these numbers in this column. We have a 1 plus 1 plus 0. Again, now we have two 1s, we have 0 left over, and we carry 1 over. And now in this column, again, we have two 1s, so we have 0 left over, and a 1 carries over. And you can just think about if it was right here in another column, and it just drops down. So our resulting binary number is this below: 1 0 0 0 1. For our second example of binary addition, the numbers look almost exactly alike. However, the difference between this and the second one is this number right here, this top right bit, is a 1. Before it was a 0. Because I did this, I want to show you a situation of what happens when you have three 1s. What do you do? Okay, starting off on the right side, right column, we have the situation where we have two 1s again. So again, two 1s, we have a sum of 0 and a carry of 1 to the next column. Now, this is our first situation where we had three 1s. Now, what do we do? As normal, when we have two 1s, we carry over. So think about it as these two circled add up a sum of 0 and we carry 1 over. So now we have this 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1, we have a sum of 1, but we still have that carry over from right there, from previous, the top two numbers. Now in our third column, again, we do the same rule where you have two 1s, we group those together, we have a sum of 0 and a carry of 1. Again, two 1s, sorry, sum of 0, carry of 1 drops down, and our result is 1 0 0 1 0. For our third example on binary addition, I wanted to show what happens or what you do when you have more than two numbers added. And the same rule applies to however many numbers you're adding together. Right now we just have 3 in this example. Again, I want to reiterate the fact that when we have two 1s, let's group those together, make it a sum of 0, and carry 1 on to the next column. Now, starting from the first column on the right, we see we have a group of 2 ones. Make that a 0, carry 1 over. So we add this 0 plus 1. And again, if we have a 0 and a 1, our sum is 1. Only when we have 2 ones added together, we have a sum of 0 and a carry of 1. Now on this second column, you notice we have 4 ones, which we can make 2 groups of 2 ones. So we carry over twice. And now we add these together on this second column, 0 and 0. We get a sum of 0. And once again, we can make 2 groups of 2s. This one is combined with this. It's just there's a 0 in between. So again, we have nothing but zeros left over, sum of 0, and we grouped 2 2s together. We have 2 ones carrying over. And yet again, we have 2 groups of 2s. This top group and this top group. We have a sum of 0. After we carry these 2 over from our 2 groups, we have 0 plus 0 plus 0 gives us 0. And now we have a group of 2 on the top, a group of 2 right here, and we have 1 left over. We carry those 2 from the 2 groups of 1 that we just grouped, and now we're left with the 0 plus 0 plus 1, which gives us a sum of 1. And now on the last column, we group these 2 ones together. We get a sum of 0 and a carry over of 1 onto the next column. Drop that down and we get a 1. So our final answer is 1 0 1 0 0 0 1. As always, thanks for watching.